Good afternoon. I realized I sent out a Reiki transmission video, but I didn't give you aftercare instructions. That is my bad. Uh, so you might be dealing with some stuff that you're probably wondering if it's because of the Reiki or if there's an external force at work here. Everything that you are experiencing currently from receiving the Reiki transmission over distance is completely natural, completely normal. With that being said, we're going to go over some details of aftercare instructions for yourself following any Reiki or energy-based technique holistic practitioner treatment that you might receive. And that can be energy work with crystals, that can be energy work with Reiki, that can be energy work with shaman practices, it can be energy work with incense or essential oils, Ayurvedics, herbalism, spices, nutrition. It can also be meditation, mindfulness, shadow work techniques. It's all energy based. Okay. When I say natural, I mean that you're not using any additional compounds of synthetic chemicals that is being introduced into your system. I recommend using the distance Reiki video for a minimum of 21 days. The reason why I say this is because some of you may not be attuned to actual Reiki, to the frequency of Reiki for doing self-treatment on yourself or assisting other people with an energetic, holistic service. Okay. The reason why I say 21 days at minimum is because it takes 3 days for the energy to go from your roots to your sacral, from your sacral to your solar plexus, from your solar plexus to your heart chakra, from your heart chakra to your throat chakra, from your throat chakra to your third eye or brow chakra to your crown chakra. You have more chakras besides those 7 primordial chakra points, such as the chakra points in your palms and the chakra points in the bottom of your feet, chakra points throughout your legs, around your necks. But when we address the 7 primordial chakra points, the energy will flow through those in each of those areas. Okay. But it takes about 3 days, give or take approximation of that, for the energy to jump through one chakra to the next one, and another 3 days, and another 3 days, and another 3 days, to where it comes out to about 21 days. This is also why I recommend using the chakra, or not the chakra, the distance Reiki transmission video for 21 days. Because Reiki builds on top of itself. Reiki energy is a gradual process of realignment, bringing you up into frequency for your own regenerative ability, your own healing ability, processing thoughts, processing emotions, processing physical responses. Your body is going to go through what's called a physical detox. Your mind's going to go through a mental detox. And your emotions is going to go through an emotional detox. These are completely normal and natural. Just allow it to occur without rendering any judgment of what comes into your thoughts or your emotions or how your physical body is being responsive to it. Um, a few things I would like to list of aftercare instructions. Avoid alcohol. Avoid excessive caffeine, stimulants, and high processed sugar foods. Um, it's not saying that the Reiki will work any less effective, but this is you helping it to do its job. Okay. You probably went through a whole remedy of everything else and found that you still have complications. You still have problems going on. You are still on medications. You're still seeing doctors. Still seeing therapists, and things aren't seeming to work out. That's because there's more to it. And unfortunately, most doctors that are not holistic or natural minded will try to give you a pharmaceutical regimen to deal with the symptom, but it never addresses the cause. Okay. Drink water. Drink plenty of water, because your body's going to go through a physical detox and it needs that water. Spring water I would recommend highly, but drink clean water. Avoid fluoridated products, because the fluoride itself actually calcifies parts of your body, which you'll find in toothpaste. Sometimes you'll find fluoridated water or fluoride treatments in the water, which is actually doing more harm to you than it actually is doing good. Foods. Eat high energetic foods. When I say high energetic foods, I'm talking about raw fruits, absolutely freshest vegetables, leafy greens that you can get. You can use frozen vegetables. You can use produce vegetables. Have a good source and good amount of high vibrational foods. It is going to help assist. Okay. Decrease the saturated fats, just for the time being. You can eat them later on. You don't have to give them up completely or whatnot, but allow it to work in the highest conducive way. Okay. Avoid strenuous workouts, because your body's going through a lot of changes at the subtle level, at the subatomic level, and some of the changes that you might feel vibrationally or energetically, it's completely normal. Okay. Some of you won't even feel that because it's so subtle. Some of you might have already been in an energetic alignment, just needed a little bit tweaking into that fine tuning to push just over that plateau. Okay. It's going to be different for every single person. You may have similar experiences, but it's completely unique to every single person. Okay. What I experienced is completely different from everything I had ever read online or have heard experiences of from other people who receive treatment. And that's treatment that I have given to people, and that's treatment that other people have received from other people. Remember, no one Reiki is better than the other Reiki, okay? All Reiki stems from the same Reiki. Use calm nature walks. I still want to encourage physical movement, so use some nature time. Get up and go for, it doesn't have to be a brisk walk. It can be a casual walk. Spend time in nature. Nature is also a natural healing element. Okay. Also works complementary to Reiki. Spend time in quietness, some stillness, and meditation, because you're going to be processing a lot of thoughts. You're going to be processing a lot of emotions, and you're physically going to be processing as you are detoxing in these multi-bodies. Okay. Use a journal. Write down your thoughts. Write down your emotions that you are experiencing. Write down how your body is responding to the treatment. Okay. These are notes for yourself, because one day someone's going to come to you and ask you how you got better of whatever was challenging you in life. Okay. This is going to give you key footnotes, because a lot of times we forget things and we store it in our file cabinet. Journaling allows us to remember in the moment, so we can look back at the book and recall the facts. Okay. Don't judge what's going on. Don't render a biased opinion of what's going on. Don't use a limiting belief on what's going on. Just write down what you are experiencing. Okay. Remember, we're looking at it from an objective view rather than in subjective view. Okay. But spend some time in quietness, some stillness, meditation. That's when you're going to get most of your clarity of questions you might have had that never seem to be able to get answered through whichever means or mediumships that you have tried to ask the questions to get an answer for. Okay. Again, those tough questions are designed to come out of you, and your greatest answer is going to be found within you. Okay. Minimize the things that are vying for your attention, such as maybe TV might be vying for your attention, maybe your phone, maybe a game on your phone, maybe text messages, because you're going to be going through some ups and downs, and you may be responding reactively even though you are detoxing in a healthy way. Okay. And when I say detox, I'm saying that it's detoxing the toxins in you physically, the toxins in you mentally, the toxins in you emotionally. Okay. Tied to circumstances, events, and experiences. Okay. In the process, you may induce thoughts of negative experiences, negative emotions that you had tied to those experiences. Again, render no judgment. Write it down in your journal, and then come back to calm, still mind. Okay. I don't know what you face. I don't want to know the details of what you face, because that's going to be your story. That's going to be your overcoming. Okay. Some of the physical symptoms you may experience. You might experience a headache. You might experience either a necessity for sleep or tiredness, or you may experience an interruption in your sleep patterns. This is completely normal and completely natural. What that is it's telling you that you are moving into vibrational alignment. So it's tweaking, kind of like a radio station, to get you into that vibrational alignment. Okay. It's probably going to be intense at the beginning, but it will, I promise you, it will remedy itself. Trust the process. If you feel like you can't trust the unknown of the process, trust what I am saying. Okay? And I'm not saying trust me because I'm saying it. I'm saying trust what I am saying because of your own wellness. Because my desire is to get you into position to cultivate your own health, your own wellness, your own healing process. Okay? I gain nothing by defrauding you. I gain nothing by scamming you. I gain nothing by telling you a fake story. Everything that I present in my videos and the content that I provide is literally written from experiencing it. Okay, I have probably about a quarter of it from knowledge, learning process. The rest is from experience. The rest is from seeking a higher knowing. Okay, you may experience emotional detox where you may cry for no given reason and it just starts producing. You may start feeling like separated or alone because you're detaching from the attachments that have been making you unwell. Okay. You may have mental detoxes. Mental detoxes is thoughts that are coming in your purview that you had rendered a label to, a brand of some sort. Okay, whether it was because someone told you it, whether it was because of a belief structure, and that's what belief structures are. It's repetition, being told it over a series of times until it nurtured itself. Okay. You may experience memories that you may have forgotten or you don't even remember occurred. Like I said, put it in a journal and we'll come to it after we are gone through the process. Okay. I'm already shaking. I'm already shaking, and I've been doing Reiki for the last, I don't know, many years, couple of years now. And I do Reiki on me every single day. That video that I did for distance Reiki, I use it every single day. And then I do my own physical Reiki afterwards. Yeah. And it will detox, it will detox, it will detox, it will resonate, it will change, move into position, and the energy will flow. After your energy treatment and you are consciously doing these aftercare instructions, your body, your mind, your spirit heart, which is where you hold your emotions, your energetic self, your energetic bubble is all going to experience the detoxing part. Okay? The detoxing part is not to be alarmed. Some of you may experience shakiness. There's nothing to be afraid of. Cast fear out of your mind. Cast fear out of your heart. I assure you, you are completely protected and safe, and I would not recommend any services that would make you any other ways. The energy is going to remain in a state of flux. So remember, I said it's going to feel like ups and downs. It's going to be in a flux like that until it balances out from bringing you up into that frequency. Okay, which is basically just a fancy way of calling it stabilization. Okay, Reiki is helping you stabilize into the frequency and vibration and energetic pattern that you originally were in. Okay, and then we work up from that. Okay, I'm not saying it's going to be all rainbows, but I am saying that you are going to be provided with assistant tools to help you get through the difficult stuff, and it's going to make the difficult stuff feel like it wasn't even that difficult. At least that's my experience. I don't know what experience you've gone through, so but it helps stabilize and reintegrate you into that frequency. Okay. Changes are taking place. Some will be noticeable, some will not be. But I assure you, changes are taking place. The reason why I don't say the word heal is because people get attached to the thing that they want to be healed first of. But Reiki goes to the root of the cause. So it goes through its process to get to that thing. But we live in a mindset of I want it now or it doesn't happen. Reiki doesn't work on our time frame. Reiki is an intelligent force without a carnal body. It is the universal life force that is within every living thing, that surrounds every living thing. It cannot be persuaded. It has no biasness. It cannot be directed to go to a specific area because it goes where it needs to go. But it will only do it when you allow it. When you don't allow it, or you are like, yeah, I'll watch this video, but if you're not in a state of open and receptive and allowing, it's not going to have much of an effect on you in your wellness journey. This is why I say, to the essence of Reiki, that if you are met with a block or rejection, or to a person that's not in the state of allowing, go to the next person that is. Because that's my gift. I don't want it back. I'm going to send it to another person that does want it. Okay. But make sure you are taking care of yourself. After the first 3 days, take either a Himalayan salt bath or a sea salt bath, if you can do a bath. If you don't have a bath and you have a shower, that's fine. There are sea salt scrubs and stuff like that. And what this is doing is helping to detox the outer organism, your skin, cleaning it of the unused cells, the no longer living cells. Okay. You absorb toxins through your breathing, through your seeing, through your hearing, through your smelling, through your eating, through your skin, through the absorption of it. And everything is energy, so you're absorbing everything through your skin. Every thought, every emotion, every physical occurrence, every situation, every limiting belief, every failure, every success, every shortcoming, every triumph. As Reiki goes through, it goes through the blockages and breaks it up. If I was there in person, I would do what's called a combing through the aura to remove that energy that had come up that no longer serves you, and push it out to the universe and have the universe transmute it into higher, greater potential. Okay. But I already have that with my intention when I set the moment to send distant Reiki. So I don't have to say it because it's already in the intention of it. Okay. Reiki is best done with a clear-minded, neutral, balanced intention. Okay. And the intention is for you to be receiving it for your well-being. Okay. And I leave it up to Reiki to do its job. I don't question it. I don't challenge it. I don't come up with excuses about how it might not work because something's not showing a physical representation. There is always when an energetic thing occurs, there's always this like weird gap that occurs between the time that the energetic thought, emotion occurs to the point that you experience it physically. Okay. When I use distance, it bypasses that time, distance, and space. So you will probably feel it in an immediate result, but you might also be not very attuned to the energy, and maybe very subtle to where your awareness isn't picking it up yet. But over time, it will gradually allow your awareness to pick up that energy. Okay? Drink water. Water is highly conducive and contributive to the treatment of Reiki and any energy-based technique that is out there. Okay? But I wanted to give you some aftercare instructions so that some of you that might be doing the video every single day, some of you might have just chimed in once. It's completely fine. I understand. Some can only take a little bit at a time. Some can take in the whole experience. Okay, and this is just a mini session, not a full 45 to 60 minute session that would typically be done either in person or virtually. Okay. But this is to set the foundation to build up from, okay? Reiki builds on top of itself. It's aptogenic, which means every time you receive a treatment, it goes on top of the last treatment that you received and continues working. So the first treatment's working. When you get another treatment, it's working in tandem with that first treatment still. And it keeps going, okay? So be mindful of taking care of yourself. Be mindful of what you are putting in your body. Be mindful of what you are speaking out of your mouth, what you are observing in a non-judgment, non-biased, non-rendering limiting belief of what you are experiencing. Okay. Use your journal. I have probably a dozen journals filled out with information of my experiences, and I'm not just talking about my Reiki experience. I mean every single thing that I have experienced on this path. If you think yourself to become well, it will work in tandem with that. If you think yourself to be not getting well, it will literally push against the healing energy of that Reiki because you're putting up with a block. It's called a negative block. Once you change your thoughts of it and you open back up, it will continue working. But we sometimes hit a thought or a memory, an emotion, and we put up that block because we had the patternization of doing so. Let's just drop those blocks and let it do its job, and you will experience a clearer understanding that everything has been for your benefit. Everything. Okay? I love you. Drink water. Get out in nature. Do some journaling. If you're doing shadow work, pause your shadow work. Okay? Come back to it later on. Alright? And let your day unfold as it unfolds. Don't try to control your day. Okay? Because when you try to control your day and try to plan your day out and something doesn't go according, the first thing of reactionary mode is probably going to be frustration or disappointment or something not meeting your expectation. Drop the expectation, okay? This is why I don't really like to tell you what you may or may not experience, because some people get hung up on that and they're waiting to experience that specific keyword thing and they're not experiencing it. So they think it's not working. That's why I don't give too many details out, because it's unique. It's unique to every single person. That's why I want you to keep a journal and write down your experiences. And then let me know how everything's going with you. Alright? Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell button so that you can be notified anytime a new video pops up. Or you need to come back to this video for aftercare instructions, or you need to go back to that video for that mini Reiki session, okay? It'll stay in your subscription list so that it's easier for you to find, okay? I'm not getting paid for this. I'm literally doing this for free. Okay? You subscribing to it's not going to put a penny in my pocket. But it is going to allow you to find the videos that you may need for your own well-being. And then if you want, you can go through the coaching videos. You don't have to watch the long, lengthy coaching videos in one segment. You can come back to it. Some of you may just be listening. Some of you may be taking notes. Some of you may be doing the actual research of the information I have been providing for you. I go back over my own videos. Not because I'm trying to correct what I say, but because I know in each video, there's information for myself, for self-work to continue to do in my own, okay? Be loving to yourself, okay? The biggest thing about Reiki in its best working use is being compassionate towards yourself, okay? Because Reiki energy is the embodiment of compassion, bringing you up into your own resonance of self-heal, self-wellness, okay? I love you guys. I truly do, alright? Even if I don't see you face to face, even if I don't hear a phone call from you, even if I don't get a text message from you or an email from you, I'm still pouring it out every single day. Every single person that's on my list that has said, hey, I could use some Reiki, or I can use some of your, they call it mojo, but it's not mojo. But I do find it humorous because it brightens up my spirits and it brightens up my emotions. And every single one of them, I do energy work on every single day. And if they're not open to it that day, cool. Go on to the next person. Doesn't mean they're not going to get it. It just means when they are open, it's going to return. And it's not going to be taken away from that other person that has been open to it, because Reiki is unlimited. It's an unlimited tapped in source. So it can't be depleted. It's never empty. So it's continuous. It's always working. It's even working when I'm not even consciously aware of it working. Okay? Drink clean drinking water. Reduce the processed sugars, the high sugar stuff, because that sugar is actually really causing harm to your internal body. Okay? You have sugar in your raws. You have sugar in your fruits. You have sugar in your raw vegetables, or your leafy greens. Okay? I'm not here to tell you what to eat, but if you want to get the best results out of a treatment for those 21 days, this is what I am recommending. Okay? I can't control you what you do. I'm not going to control you what you do. You are in control of your own self. But watch the patterns that might come up that start changing. As you change, the people around you start changing too. Because they're in your environment and you're reflecting the change that is occurring within you to your external environment. Okay? Be well. Be well. Be well.